Hello YouTube, and a very special hello to all my subscribers. My name's Phil and I am the Income School student. So this is the last video in a series that I've put out this week, which is all about a response to a review of Project 24 that I found on a channel called Keyword Research Company. Now, in that review they said, here are 7 reasons you should not buy Project 24. But I think they maybe misunderstood or didn't quite get what Project 24 is all about. So I made a series with a response to each of those 7 points, and that is this is the last video in that series. So if you haven't seen the other videos, just check in the description and there will be a link that will take you back to the first video. So basically what I wanted to do is just give the point of view of a student from Project 24 and sort of tell everyone what I've learned since being in Project 24 for the last 6 months. Because I think the guy that made this review, he wasn't trying to do something wrong, he wasn't trying to mislead people. I think he just misunderstood what Jim and Ricky from Income School have been talking about. So these videos have been sort of dispelling some of those myths that he was talking about. So today it is the last point, and it's probably the most important point for most people, and it's all to do with the price. So this is not a free course. You can't get into Project 24 without paying money. But is it too expensive? Is it not worth the money? Well, that's what this video is all about. So if this is your first time watching me, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I've got a lot more content that will be coming out very soon, which is all about my experiences in Project 24. So I hope that you can tell that I'm a genuine person and I don't try and hide too much of what I've been doing. The only thing I'm not sharing at the moment are my domains, but everything else I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the numbers, I'm going to show you all the things I do, both the mistakes and the successes that I have, and hopefully that's going to keep you interested, and that's why you should be a subscriber. Okay, so let's get on to that point of the cost. Okay, now I am a pretty cheap person. I have to admit to you, I've never ever paid for another course online, but there was something about Jim and Ricky that made me want to part with $449. That's how much it cost me, and I think that's the current price now. If you're watching this in a year, perhaps it's gone up, but I would be surprised if it has. So I parted with that money. Now, just to give you a frame of reference, I think my rent in US dollars is around 600 to 700 at the moment. So that is a lot of money for me, okay? It's almost a full month's rent. So what I say is that it's not a small amount of money, but it is a small investment. So the question of, is it worth the money? Well, for me, that's very easy to answer, because in Project 24, you get a lot of materials. There's 16 mini courses, and they range for over all the skills that you actually need. The core course is called the 60 steps. It's the 60 steps to a successful website, and it takes you through all the things you need to do to get that seed in the ground and to ensure that you can build on the success. But there are 15 other mini courses, from a 30-step course on how to establish EAT, which is essential in 2019-2020. There's also an entire course that's on how to create a YouTube business, and that is going to be updated soon. And that's the major thing. It's not a static course. Every single week there's added value. There's at least there's a podcast that comes out every week, and I've been in this program for 6 months, and within that time there's been at least 3 or 4 additional courses that have been added. So that means when I paid my money 6 months ago, I got extra things that I didn't expect, and one of those things was they launched the Acabado theme a couple months ago, and all Project 24 members get a free license to that. So this is something that costs non-Project 24 members $100 for a lifetime. I think it's $59 for a year's license and $99 for a lifetime license. So we get that free. I mean, we don't have to pay any more money. And then we get all these extra courses. And these are courses that are added by Jim and Ricky because they see there's a need for it. There's something that changes within the Google algorithm or within just the industry in general, and they create a course. They teach us how to do that, and they don't ask us for any more money. I can't think of any other course that's like that. Most other courses I've heard of are just static courses, or they're, I don't know, they sort of give you the ideas, but they don't give you the actual tools and things to do it. So for that, it's worth the money, because it's not like you're paying for something and that's it. You pay for your initial 1 year $449, and then if you want to stay in each year, it's $199. But with that money, you just keep getting things every week, every month. And I can't think of any other product in the world that's like that. It's as if I go to a pub, I buy myself a pint of beer, and every couple of minutes it fills a little bit up. Can you imagine that? That would be amazing, actually. But anyway, so that's why I think their course is worth the price, just because I know what's in the inside, and I know that I'm getting my money's worth and then some. But let's compare Project 24 to the other kind of famous courses out there at the moment. So there are some big and well-known people out there like John Crestani, who has a course that will teach you how to make a lot of money, apparently, and that currently costs just shy of $1,000. And that is, as far as I know, a one-off fee, but you don't get anything more than what you pay for. So it's not something that is added to. If you know differently, then I'd like to be corrected. You can leave a comment for me. So that will cost you $1,000. Then we've got Fred Lamb, famous internet marketer, who likes to remind us that he was a dishwasher back in the day. Now he's got a course which is not quite the same thing as Project 24. It's more, I think, geared towards drop shipping, that sort of thing. But that will cost you nearly $1,500. And again, as far as I know, it's kind of a static course. And of course, we've got Neil Patel, who's just released a new, very interesting sales page. It was yesterday. Some pretty bad acting, I think. And again, that is a course that is meant to give you $10,000 in 4 weeks. I do not know how that is possible. I think that's probably on the... No, I can't say scam, but I don't know how that's possible. But that'll cost you, again, $1,000. So you're looking at something which is better than its competition, that gives you more, that keeps on giving, which is half the price. And again, if you think about $449, what is that? I mean, that's, if you break it down, it's about $40 a month over a year. So that's the same price as maybe like gym membership, or if you fill up your car with fuel, like 11 times, say. If you bought, say, 22 cases of beer, something like that. And it's just, when you consider it's an investment rather than it's something that you're buying and you can only use once, it's an investment in yourself. That's the way I view it. It's not a lot of money. You could easily make that by selling something, or perhaps getting a part-time job, or if you really have to, you could borrow the money from a friend. But you could easily make that money back within 12 months to 24 months. And we're set to build websites that make at least $400 to $1,000 to $2,000 or more dollars a month. I mean, when you consider that as an investment, you're going to make that back pretty quickly. So you can probably do without going to the gym for 12 months and do this instead. So the way that I view this channel, Income School Student, is it's a way to share what it's like to be a Project 24 member. So I quite like sort of sharing what I'm doing, and it kind of gives me a bit of accountability. But of course, the other reason is, if you want to join Project 24, then you can use my link, and of course I'm going to get a small commission for that. So if in this series of videos I've convinced you that Project 24 is something worth investing your time in and your money, but also your hopes in, then if you want to use my link, I would really appreciate that. And the best thing of all is that we can get in contact within the community, and I can help you in any way that you need help. But you don't need to buy Project 24 to be able to interact with me, and you don't even need to buy it to build a successful business, because you know that Jim and Ricky over there channel on Income School, they give you so much really valuable information. I think if you're diligent and you kind of look and read between the lines, you may be able to figure it out. It's not going to be as easy when they lay it out and this is exactly what you need to do in Project 24, but you could still do that. And of course, if you have any questions for me, you can leave me a comment, you can ask me a question, and I will respond. I'm happy to help, happy to share what it's like doing what I'm doing, and I also, maybe I can learn something from you. It's all about sharing, and that's what I like about my subscribers, because I've had such a good experience sharing what I'm doing with them, and they've really supported me, and it's been a fun experience. So I just wanted to right some wrongs. I just wanted to show what it's really like building these kind of websites. I didn't like the fact that this review by keyword research company was kind of misleading. So this is why I created this series. So if you found this useful at all, don't forget to become a subscriber by clicking the button subscribe and clicking on the notification bell. That way you're not going to miss any more. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next week.